Let's hit our trader blitz. First up, Dell Technologies surging today. The computer maker set to buy out its tracking stock in VMware. Joe, what do you think?
I think this story underscores how brilliant David Faber is, because I had to read the story 3 or 4 times to fully understand the different moving parts.
It's bizarre.
It's bizarre, but David understands it. Look, from the standpoint of managing risk and putting on positions, there's nothing wrong with VMware. That continues to be a solid story as long as the IT spending is there, and it is there, it's evident, then VMware is going to be okay. As far as Dell coming back once again to the public markets, I think that's overall a good thing. We'll see how that plays out if they continue to diversify the story away from the PC.
He made such a brilliant move for himself. He has made a fortune when he went private. He tried to educate all the investors, take the long-term view, and this is a good lesson. Nobody would. So he said, screw it, I'll buy it myself. He did, made a fortune, and now he's giving you another opportunity. He's one of the best CEOs in history. I'd go with him.
Tesla rising today after meeting its goal of manufacturing 5,000 Model 3 sedans in the final week of the second quarter. We finally got there, Josh Brown. What do you think of the stuff?
You ever see that movie with Michael Keaton, Gung Ho, from the late '80s, about how like they run a U.S. auto production plant, and the only way the Japanese company that bought them will let them stay open is if they hit that production goal. So they spend the whole weekend and overnight like making these cars. I mean, this is a $60 billion market cap, and they're throwing a party for manufacturing an amount of cars that Ford makes every hour. It's hard for me to get excited. By the way, huge reversal intraday. All the bears came out and said, actually, or yes, that's great, but. So this continues to be a tug of war. I have no position on either side.
They figure out what factory gated means?
No.
And that drove
oh yeah.
This isn't just selling on the news?
It could be selling the news, or it could be, hey, you know what? It's actually not so great to make 7,000 cars a week that you actually don't make money on each sale. I'm not a bear. I'm just saying, this stock is in my too hard pile.
Wynn Resorts is on track for its worst day since January after June gambling revenue in Macau came in short of expectations. Edelweiss.
Macau's what drives it. Drives it up, drives it down. The question is, okay, what happened now that Steve Wynn left? Is this going to be an ongoing issue? Do you really miss his vision, his guidance? We don't know. But these are trading stocks, if there ever were ones, and you're betting on what happens in Macau. It makes sense. Macau's falling off what's going on in China. So is it an opportunity? I'd stay away at this point.
Hasn't the multiple always been crimped on Wynn Resorts and anything else that's highly exposed to Macau, because you're beholden to whatever the Chinese government decides on any given day about whether or not Chinese people are allowed to gamble?
Right. Not always, but if
sometimes.
you go back to the early days, everybody loved them. They were meteors. Meteors up, not down.
A lot of it is optics too. So they say something, but then it's not necessarily enforced. They have a huge problem with the internet in China. They can't shut down every story about government officials gamble as high rollers. So every once in a while they have to clean house.
But it was really the issue of being able to get capital out of China through Macau, and they've cut that back a little bit.
Goodyear Tire hitting a 4-year low today. Jim Lebenthal.
So, Michelle, a lot of times we talk about terms like value traps in this industry. If you want to know what a value trap is, this is one right here. On every metric, this is a cheap stock. Price to earnings, price to book, PEG ratio. Do not touch this stock. Sales are down 20% over the last 4 years. There is no moat to competition here. It is as commodity a company as you can possibly find. There is no reason to like this stock. Don't be fooled by the cheapness.
What about the service center? What about the service center business? Is that not fully theirs?
Look, it's still basically taking rubber sap and forming it into tires. And the competition is all over the globe.
You could do that on your farm.
Rubber trees don't grow in the northern climes, my friend.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.